Hi, I just wanted to make sure you're on your way. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. She'll be here in 3 minutes, she said. So do I still have to pull this, or can we test it real quick? Or does it just show? Okay. Okay, perfect. So when
Switch over when we get into that one. This one is which one?
this is the art walk. I don't have to show the art fund unless they ask a question. And then we'll go back again for Arts of and Stroll. Yeah. Thank you. Did they get the whole packet with the attachments? Okay. You'll switch it back, right? Okay. Thank you.
She's right behind me. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
We have you over there.
We moved your cheese. Or come sit over here. You moved my seat just because I showed up right at 4 o'clock instead of 10.
It wasn't me. I can't tell you who he was.
God.
Don't turn any fingers, but.
You know, the traffic in Yountville is...
No, she has an emergency with her dog, so she's not able to be here. We'll let Rhonda get settled. We'll let her get settled. So if you just make sure that your microphones are working, and that, just as a reminder, there is an on-off button.
Hello, hello.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, B. So ready whenever you are.
Notice I'm sitting on your right side.
Is this him?
Okay. Welcome to Yountville Arts Commission meeting on December 4th. Eddie, will you call the roll, please?
Yes, Chair. Just one question. Is your microphone on? Because I was having a hard time hearing you on the system.
It says
on.
the
Okay.
light's on.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Commissioner Dorenbecker?
Present.
Commissioner Lay?
Present.
Commissioner Hudson?
Here.
Commissioner Meredith?
Here.
Commissioner Resnick?
Here.
Chair Scherer.
Here.
Let it be known for the record that Vice Chair Kapchan is excused.
Okay. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there a move to? Is this on, Eddie?
I believe it is. B, if you don't mind checking the audio for Chair Scherer, and if you don't mind, just maybe try a little bit closer, see if that works.
Okay.
It just needs to be turned up.
Yeah.
Can you turn up for Rhonda?
Rhonda.
Share.
Mic number, I think it's number 6. Yeah.
You can't hear her.
Is it adoption of the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of minutes. Have we all read through them? Any questions about anything?
I move we adopt the minutes.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passed. This is better. Thank you.
That's better.
Okay. Is there any public comment, Sam or Eddie?
We did not receive any electronic public comment.
No? No. Thank you. Art Fund report. Samantha?
Yes. Hi, everybody. So this is the Art Funds report ending October 2023. So you have the snapshot in your packet there, and I'm happy to answer any questions. We will do a little bit further of a deep dive into the restricted Public Art Fund 23 under administrative items when I request you to move some money. So, but otherwise, I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. There's nothing really out of the ordinary in the report.
I don't see anything either.
Any questions from commissioners? No? Okay.
No.
Then Sam?
Next one.
Administrative items.
All right. So as you might recall, when we went through this current fiscal year's budget process, we discussed the fact that we were drawing down the fund balance in the Public Art Program Fee Fund 23. So just as a reminder, that fund is designated specifically just for the Public Art Walk, and the funding comes from a 1% valuation on all commercial building permits. And so obviously over the last 3 years and coming out of the pandemic, we saw a slowdown in commercial building projects in town in general, and the ones that we are seeing are pretty small in scale. So when it's only 1% and it's something like HVAC replacement or a water heater or a roof, it's really not a substantial amount of money coming into the fund. So when we did go through our budget prep process last year, I posed that I saw that as coming forward as an issue as we were drawing down that fund. We also had a slowdown in rotation of art during that period, and so we have a lot of sculptures that have stayed over 2 years, and as we've moved into this year, we've been really successful with finding new artists. So more money is going out in stipends, and you also recall you approved reimbursement up to $1,000 for shipping and travel costs. So all of those things kind of combined have drawn that balance down sooner this fiscal year than I had anticipated. And so I'm asking you to approve a transfer from the Town of Yountville Community Foundation Art Fund into Fund 23 to continue sustaining the work that's happening on the Art Walk. And that is what we discussed going into the budget process, but didn't do that preemptively just because we had no idea how many sculptures we were going to move, which has been a lot. We have paid out 6 sculpture stipends in this fiscal year. So the Best View, Circle of Trust, Combustion, Sentinel, Slice of Life, and Dropsy so far. And then we also have the 2 that just went in, and then another one that's going in a week or so. And then we've also reimbursed what will be up to, at that point, 4 travel and reimbursement. So the $10,000 would bring the Town of Yountville Community Foundation fund balance down to $52,619. So, and I believe the $10,000 will help us get through the fiscal year successfully. And then that money doesn't just go away; it stays in the fund. So it's not like general fund where it goes back into the pot. That stays in the designated Public Art Walk 23 fund. So if we don't spend it all, it's still there for us. And then I just wanted to mention, I think long term, we really, and I started this conversation with Brad, our town manager, and also a budget adjustment has to go forward to the town council so I can spend more money than I said I was going to spend. And so I planted the seed there too, that I think we need to have some conversations around long-term funding for the art walk. We're very much dependent on the commercial building in town, and although we hear rumors like, oh, there are these big projects on the horizon, until those projects are complete and they are signed off on, with their final inspection, we cannot move this money to be used. And so, even though we're saying, we all know of some projects, right, that are kind of rumored out there, it could be literally 3 to 4 years, even after construction starts. So I think it's a good time, Brad, I'm having that conversation with Brad, and obviously it can be sustained through many other ways. We can general fund allocation, or the town council could, use some of their unallocated fund balance, that when we have more TOT than we've spent, kind of thing. So, just wanted to bring that up, that I think, we need to kind of have that longer term conversation of sustaining there. So, but before you tonight is would be a vote to transfer $10,000 from the Town of Yountville Community Foundation Art Fund to the Public Art Fee Fund 23. So that's the action tonight, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
I move that we transfer those funds to keep this going.
I second.
Can I make a comment?
Absolutely.
Thank you. We've installed 12 sculptures, or we will by next week, 12 sculptures this year. Extremely rare that we had that many, but conversely, the year before, we didn't install very many.
Yeah, there's a backlog.
Pardon me?
It's a backlog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have about 6 now that either have expired or will expire by the end of the year, or by the end of our fiscal year. I'm not doing anything about those. They're there, and the artists aren't contacting me, so I'm not contacting them. But at this point, the really good news is we're full. We are absolutely full, and so full that we're having to do some tweaks on our art walk map just to fit all the sculptures in. So, thanks for all of your support in approving those sculptures and helping us get back to 100%. So I expect that $10,000 to be sitting there, except for incidental things, until we need it, maybe I hope, in July. So thank you.
Well, all that being said, I think we all extend a very heartfelt thank you to you, Rhonda. Rhonda's just been amazing. We're going into the new year with a very fresh and exciting, what to me seems like a new art walk, coming into Art Sip and Stroll, and also with our new catalog for holidays in Yountville. It's absolutely brilliant. So thank you.
Yes, for all your efforts and leadership in that. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I love the green hair. It's good.
So you'll just
Okay.
have to vote.
Yep, there's a, pardon me?
You have a motion and a second.
Yes, a motion and a second. So all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. Motion passed.
Thank you.
Okay, Art Walk Subcommittee, I just gave it. And, so I'm really, other than what you see, we have one sculpture that had a little installation issue, and it will go in next week. And other than that, we're done for the year, and happily so. I don't know if you saw the latest one, the Chrysalis in Vanderleer Park.
I haven't seen
But
it yet.
it looks really fun. It's just turned out beyond, and they were here, Harold and Deborah were here. We had a nice lunch. They love Yountville. And so that was really fun. So unless you have any questions of me.
No, I have one comment, though. Sunday morning, I was walking the dogs early, and I specifically did the art walk tour, and I saw probably 5 different families going from piece to piece and, taking pictures and talking about it. And these are little kids with their parents, and I was just so proud,
Nice.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
awesome.
Thank you. I love it. All right. Gallery subcommittee, Cindy couldn't be here this evening, so I'm going to do it for her. We met and interviewed artist Andrea Cesaris, who is here in Yountville, over in Vineyard View. She's a beautiful young woman. She does a lot of work with Nimbus Arts, very active with Nimbus Arts, which I think is a really nice connection for us. So we saw many of her pieces, and we liked her, so I'm bringing it forward. The pieces that Cindy picked are off of her website, and the pieces in her studio were very billowy clouds, and it was reflective of her background, which is as a painter at Vatican City.
Oh, wow.
She goes back once a year and studies and teaches painting in the Vatican City. She spent a couple of years living there. Yeah, she's young. I mean, she's a young person. So anyway, I think she's an exciting artist for us, someone who's different, and she's from Yountville, so that's all the better. So, any comments on her? Any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved?
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries.
She looks like a wonderful, artist. I'm really excited about
It's
her work.
beautiful.
Yeah, so much energy and enthusiasm, and it was fun to meet her.
It's great to have so many local artists that are highlighted here, too. That I think is
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, thank you. Well, and thank you also, Jeffrey, for your work today. Jeffrey, Sam, I'm sorry Cindy couldn't be here. I hear the gallery looks wonderful.
We think so, but we'll wait for your feedback.
Did you have fun?
We did.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great.
We were talking about how when you have the multiple artist shows are the hardest to hang. It's very time consuming, but they did a great job. Yeah.
They are indeed. And you had how many entries?
So if you take each individual artist from the two schools and then the Boys and Girls Club, I believe we had 49 individual artists.
That's great.
Yeah. So the opening is Thursday at 5:30. Hopefully you'll be able to make it. It's one of my favorite events of the year, really. So
It's lively and it's fun. The kids and the parents and everybody happy.
And siblings, too.
And siblings
All vying
too.
for attention.
So anyway, Jeffrey, thank you. I know
Yeah.
it's a big job.
It was very fun.
Were things framed, or did you use the command tapes?
Both.
Both.
We did a bunch of command tape.
Yeah.
Two different exhibits from the two schools. Isn't the other one from the school too, Sam?
yeah, so we have
One's
a
from Justin
class, fourth
Sienna.
grade class from Irene Snow Elementary,
Oh, yeah.
which is the south end of Napa, and then a graphic design class from Justin Sienna entered a bunch of student art. So we have three really walls of those. So.
The images that you sent me, they're fabulous. I mean, the pieces just looked quite amazing. So I can't wait to see it, and I hope we can all be there to support Jeffrey and Cindy and Samantha and all the kids on Thursday. Look forward to it. Yep.
4 to 5:30. Which is why we changed it.
Okay. Lastly, in gallery, we've been working hard on the Heart of Friendship exhibition that's coming up, opening January 17th in the gallery. Right now, if everybody holds, we have 15 pairs. So that's 30 artists. And then each has a story, so those will take some time or some space too. It's hard to get a handle on how it's all going to fit together, so it's almost better not to even try. But Cindy would like to have more, so I'm going to go back again to some of the people that I haven't reconnected with, artists, and see if we can bring in a few more. I got a couple of more over the weekend, and they're really great. I don't know if you know Mark Mattioli. He does. You might know him, Marita. Sam, I think, does. He's a character artist. He's very fun, and his wife's a photographer. So the two of them are going to enter. And Frank Terrazzo brought in Michael Fitzpatrick. So Michael is the artist who did the Open Studios image that was the woman with the paintbrush in front of her eye. You saw that? He did that, and he also is doing the 2024 Mustard Celebration poster. So he's a noted artist, and the two of them, I can't wait to see what they're doing, but they're collaborating on something. So it's coming. We're not done yet. We're going to continue to pursue. And if any of you have friends that you know who might be interested, send them the information. I think it's online too, isn't it?
It is on our website, and I'm happy to reshare the press release or any of the information.
You have been great about getting it out there.
Right.
There are names, I don't know the people, which is,
Yeah.
humbly.
They
I think
just
it's
show
great.
up on the Google form. So, yeah, some of them I don't recognize either,
great.
which is really fun.
Yeah, it's
Some
very
new
fun.
artists.
So I reached out, I sent you the response I got from Lynette Cook, and she's the artist that I saw, and her mother does the textile art, and she paints, and they had an exhibit down at the library, and it was really nice. Anyway, I reached out to her, and she said, yes, that would be, but I'm taking a different tack, and now I'm looking for a gallery to feature my art. So, I'm so sorry. Now I'm
There you go.
sorry about that. But so she sent her regrets, unfortunately, but I thought that would have been a good one too.
And Isabel, we all know Isabel. Isabel was right in there with us, but today she dropped out. Busy lady. She's got a gallery show in Mill Valley coming up, and then she's leaving for France. So I'm sorry we're not going to have her because she's such a delight, but that's okay. You know,
I did hear today that one famous Cynthia Caption will be joining the list. She told me.
say that, yes.
She
Cynthia-
announced that formally to Jeffrey and I.
And who will she be partnering with?
Quinn Sane.
Quinn Sane.
Oh, my goodness, that's
Oh, Kay's also going to be in the show, though, with another photographer. So
He is?
Kay is.
Kay
Kaylee
is, yes.
Francioni.
Yeah, both of them.
wonderful.
Yeah. So, cool. They're
I-
fun.
I also have an artist that I'm sending this to. I can't find, so Sam's going to send it again, but I'm going to encourage two others to apply.
Super.
Yeah.
That's great. I think as we're fine, but we could always use more. And it just gives us more flexibility when we're hanging. So, and after you're hanging today, you'll be a pro by the time.
Exactly.
We'll see what you think of it first.
Definitely
sure it's
less
wonderful.
command strips involved in the next show. So.
Yeah, I'm sure.
These two shows really promise to be big opening nights because one of the things I think we've all seen is when there's multiple artists,
It's a lot of
each
people.
one brings their family and friends.
Yeah.
So it's multiples of 4, if not more at times. It's really great.
Yeah.
Well, we all work hard, so it's nice to be able to have fun.
Yeah,
and
they
see
are
the good
fun.
result at the same time. So,
Yep.
So okay, and I believe that's all I have on gallery. Jeffrey, busy Jeffrey.
So I originally set up the final for our writing celebration class from 5:30 to 7 on Thursday because I didn't have our opening in my schedule. So we've changed that from 4 to 5:30, and then we're hoping that some of the class members will just stay for the opening as well. So that is there, and if you want to come early and listen to some people's work in terms of prose, and poetry, that will be in the Heritage Room from 4 to 5:30.
Okay.
And you're welcome to join us for that. We are setting up a kind of award ceremony for the Bookmark Stories contest on January 17th, 5:30 to 7. That will be in the Heritage Room as well. We've kind of decided, I think, that we're going to notify the 10. We're going to have 5 winners and 5 honorable mentions, and I'm emailing them and telling them they're one of the finalists, but I'm not telling them what they have, and so to encourage them to be there without making the announcement before the award ceremony themselves. So we'd invite you to join us for that. We're setting up another round of improv classes, as well as the prosody writing celebration classes for the spring, and we'll have a special presentation at the end of the improv classes on April 23rd, as well as the prosody class. I don't have the dates for that, but will be in the next summary. We have a proposal back on the schedule that I'm actually inviting consideration for this evening, and we've had to change the date for the Rex Pickett event. There was a conflict that we didn't see originally, and so we're making sure that the other date is approved or clear before we approach him and finalize that. We're hoping to still have that in April, but we won't know until we get that finalized. As a side note, we're not running this piece through the Arts Commission, but starting, I think, February 23rd, we're putting it off till the fourth Friday of each month, at least for 3 or 4 months. We're going to do a Friday night dance through the Parks and Rec, Yountville Parks and Rec. It will be DJ'd by myself, and we will have 2 hours of dancing for Friday nights once a month. That you're also welcome to come and bring your dancing shoes.
When does that start, Jeffrey?
That will be February 23rd, 7 to 9.
And is that in the gymnasium?
Yes, isn't it?
It'll be in the hall.
In the hall.
Yeah, the community hall. Except for the one date, we have to do it in the big room.
Okay.
So
the Heritage Room, yeah.
So is it specific kind of dance or just?
No, it's just a Friday night dance. It'll be probably from swing to modern, slow, fast, little hip, maybe a little hip hop. I don't know. We'll see who turns out and what they're
Takes
interested
requests.
in. But it'll be a wide variety and continuous for 2 hours. Yeah.
That's great.
Keep all those Youngvillians off the streets at night. That's good.
Yeah, I know. We have so much trouble with these old folks out here. Us old folks. I'd also like to. Do I should do that now? The Poet Laureate. So I have a proposal that I'd like to present to the Commission this evening to do a presentation of Poet Laureates. It actually might expand a little bit. I'm looking at the possibility of including a faculty member who is in charge of the poetry section for the Napa Valley Writers Conference from the college. So that it'll be kind of the focus of people who really try to encourage expand writing experiences and opportunities. So I'm proposing that we do a one-time event March 21st from 5:30 to 7 in the Heritage Room. We have 3 of our former Poet Laureates already committed to that if this is approved. I'm also going to ask a faculty member, a poet from the Napa Valley College, to facilitate that, who knows more about poetry than I do. But I thought it would be nice to highlight 3 of our Napa Valley poets, Poet Laureates, including the current one, the most recent, and one previous. I've tried to include others, but one's out of town, one preferred not to do it, one passed away, one is in not good health, and so I think we may be limited to those 3, possibly 4, and then possibly a faculty member from the college as a participant as well. She's also been the Poet Laureate for Sonoma County, so neighboring county, and that same experience. So I'm presenting this for approval before the commission. Questions? Concerns?
I don't have any questions.
And I don't have any concerns. I think we should.
It's up to you two, I guess.
I have a question.
Sure.
So we discussed the having a March 28th legacy meeting of authors as well, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
And so March 21st would be your poet laureates, and then March 28th would be
The legacy.
the legacy. Do you think that will that fly? I mean, would you think that'd be?
Too close together for the two events?
No, I think they're two different entities. I think they'll be fine.
Okay.
I think so too, and I think some of the attendees will be, some might be the same, but I think there's enough of a variance in the audience.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're not set on that yet. We still have to talk to our authors and see if they're available. So
Yes.
more to come.
So Jeffrey, this is kind of a panel discussion style?
Yes, with kind of personal questions in terms of what got them interested, and they'll probably, I intend to have them read at least one piece of their work, so it'll be some of that. Have questions from the audience in terms of which suggestions would improve for, increasing the quality of poetry, etc. from their
Serve as the
experience.
moderator.
No,
No.
that's where I'm thinking of. I know a faculty member at
That's
the
right,
college
that's
who
right.
would moderate, just because I feel like, one, I'd like to involve more of the college people in our events, people from the college, as well as he knows poetry better than I do, and so I'll probably introduce it, kind of like what you did at the big event you did, in the room, yeah.
So you have two people from the college? Is that one that might be on the panel and one that will be moderator?
Yeah,
I think that's great.
yeah, and then 3 poet laureates.
Awesome. Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
I move we approve this. Is that appropriate? Can I do that?
I don't see
May
why
I
not.
second it?
Sure.
I was going to say I had this conversation with town attorney Bill. He said that it's okay.
Oh, thank you. Okay, good to know. Then I move that we approve this.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
And motion carries. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
I have one question, and that is, some of these just set themselves up so well for press. And I don't know, unless you tell marketing what you would like, if you want more people, like your bookmark, and some of the others that I don't know how many people you're getting, I don't know how many you want, I don't know how much you want to spread that word. But if you don't tell us and give some basic information, then, Sam, I know, will support us here locally.
Right.
But I think these are all of valley-wide interest. People would really like to know if we can put it out there.
And I'm interested in that. It is my the worst. It's something I do the least well. And I don't really enjoy it. And so I would appreciate more support, and I'm happy to initiate more conversations around that. And so we'll have some conversations.
We definitely will, because we're also having a meeting to see how we can build exposure for more feature stories, bigger stories over some of our programs, and definitely literary is on the list, almost like Yountville Speaks Out, talking about all the literary movement that's going on in town and all of the programs, because it's really stellar. It's really huge, and we feel like that would really shine a light on it, and something we want to do, because clearly there's a following across the board, not just in Yountville.
And I'd like to increase that. And again, it's my weakest asset. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to say that I'd be happy to work with you to, draft the language that you want.
Okay.
and then we'll pass it along to
Yeah.
Noel to make it pretty.
Like you did when we were interviewing with Rosemary.
Right.
If you just give us something.
And I can do that. Yeah, it's just that I don't. That's not what I first think about. It's not what. It's not my love. So, but I love
like you
putting
have a
these
partner
together.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, that
Thank
would be
you.
great. Are there any in particular you want to highlight, or do you see them kind of all with the same weight? Come one, come all. You can think about that.
Okay, I will.
And certainly, I'm sure Sam will cover the Friday night dance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I think, can certainly go valley-wide. I think that sounds very fun.
And the improv classes are fairly limited. That's through, arts and us as well. We could have more people, but the Poet Laureate event, I think we'll want to make sure we get
I
a
do
lot of
have a
information
question
out there.
regarding the dance concept. So will there also be snacks or drinks or things like that? Yeah.
Yeah, we're running it like a Parks and Recreation program, so we'll have, wine and snacks. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Will there be an opportunity for like any instruction?
We didn't really talk about that.
Yeah, I haven't
I
thought
think it's
about
just
it.
more that Jeffrey used to DJ and has equipment and was interested in doing something fun for the community. But I think if anyone knows a dance instructor, I'm happy to talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And next year, we'll be dancing with the Yountville Stars.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, great report. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, you're pretty amazing for a guy who doesn't like to get out there. Let that be said on record, Mr. DJ.
I know. I can't wait to hear your repertoire.
I've done a little bit.
All right, Noel, marketing and PR.
Lots of events and lots of good coverage, starting with the gallery and the Youth Art Show. Obviously, these schools have been brought on board, and Boys and Girls Club has been brought on board. I reached out to them and provided them with all kinds of collateral material so they can put that in their social media, which I believe they are doing. And they, of course, have delivered their artwork, and a lot of it was framed, too, which I believe made it a little easier for all of you, because they have so much, and they have so much on their plate like everyone does, so sometimes we get artwork that's not ready to roll. But thank you all for taking the time to get it up there, because I know their kids are really fabulous. The Chamber newsletter will be promoting the Youth Art Show. It will happen the day after, because there was no Chamber newsletter over Thanksgiving, and that's where I tried to get it in. So it will follow immediately, but I'm not concerned at all about people turning up for the reception, because it's always huge, but it'll be nice to see it again, so people will continue to visit. It's posted in Napa Valley Life. I sent it to Canvas. We'll trying really to promote it as a real holiday event for youth and for their families, because sometimes when you think of Napa Valley and Canvas, it's really more adult, but we'll see. They've got all the info, and I'm hoping we're going to get some coverage there. But they have been amazing with Paul Youngman. And also the Yountville Sun. Just this past week had an article and a photo promoting it, which was really lovely. And Paul Youngman has been getting weekly coverage in Canvas. They love him. They love his work. And also Napa Valley Life, it's posted there. The Chamber, once again, great partners for us. They put out a call for artists in their last Chamber newsletter, not the one that was prior to Thanksgiving, so that was really great.
Call for artists for what?
Oh, I'm sorry, for Heart of Friendship.
Oh, good. Thank you.
So that was really nice. They're supportive in ways other than just promoting our shows, and when we need artists or are looking for even volunteers, they've got things promoting that for us. So that was wonderful when I saw that too. Yountville, they've also in the Chamber newsletter, they promoted the first annual holiday tree contest, so that was in there. And the Napa Valley Mustard Celebration was promoted for everybody to get involved in the November 16th email blast. I mentioned Art of Friendship and I'm saving Find Your Heart in Yountville. And moving on to Art Sip and Stroll because I'm really excited. I got ahead of this before the holidays, and the Napa Valley Life is really committed to support us in 2024. They are going to have something in front of magazine, a paragraph and a photo for the Art of Friendship, promoting that, which is going to be really nice.
Lovely.
And then for Art Sip and Stroll, we'll have a place in the spring issue promoting it with a paragraph, and they will have a photo. Hopefully they'll use that. You never know how the spacing comes out in the magazine, sometimes with photos. And we will credit those photographers who supplied us with things. And also, and then also in addition to the pre-Art Sip and Stroll, they will do post-Art Sip and Stroll where we get lots of photos and we get a paragraph talking about the event. So it'll be spring issue. We're going to be in fall, not fall issue. We'll be in spring issue, and then we'll be in summer issue with 3. And then we will also, I'm so excited about this, Chris Camerata is going to have a feature article in the spring issue. So that'll be teed up right for Art Sip and Stroll. So that'll be coming up too. And one last bit, Visit Napa Valley had an email blast that went out November 16th, and they included a link to a Yountville Art Walk. So clearly all the work that everyone's doing, we're just building our awareness of Yountville arts, which gets me really excited. And we really have people's ears now. And as I said, Marita and Rhonda and I are going to be getting together to talk about how we might put together more feature-type articles to really explore things more than just having calendar paragraphs or whatever, but really getting to the heart of what the Arts Commission is all about. And that's it for December going into the new year. I think we're all really excited.
Well done, Noelle.
Thank you.
I do have a question, if I might, and that is, as you know, we're going to be running or placing the art walk map in the virtual goodie bags for the Napa Valley Marathon. So that's 5,000 people that it'll go to. But I was wondering if we could create a banner that would be addressing those runners personally, sort of. I'm happy to write it because for a long time I wrote things for the Napa Valley Marathon's website thing. So, but just a banner to put over the, is that a possibility or?
Yeah, I think I just need to know more of what their requirement for the electronic goodie bag is, if it's a link to our website or if it's the actual document. If it's a link to our website, that's very simple. If it's to the document, it would obviously cover something, but we can do that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
I'll get
Whatever
that.
their specifications are, we can make it work.
All right.
Yeah.
Super. Thank you.
What else goes into the goodie bag?
Well, other kinds of products for runners, shoes and discount coupons and things like that all go in there. And they have an expo, which is a physical expo, the day before when people are picking up their runner shirts and everything. And they get a bag. The Napa Valley Marathon also gives bags to all the runners. So when they pick those up, they go through the expo, and a lot of the expo, exhibitors also put something in the electronic goodie bag. So it used to be a real goodie bag, and we had, flyers and things in there. Now it's all online.
So it goes to them ahead of the marathon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, let me just out of curiosity, do the runners stick around? Do they stay in Napa Valley?
It's interesting, what we have learned over the years is that they usually come in a day or two early and stay a day or two later.
Nice.
So they stay through the weekend for sure. And Sunday is the run, but they usually stay till Monday or Tuesday. So it's usually around 3 or 4 days that they are in the Napa Valley. And at that season, it's always the first weekend in March. So it's, it's shoulder season, and it's really, they have filled up the Napa Valley rooms almost every year.
Great opportunity. Thank you. Anything else? Are we meeting tomorrow?
Yes, we are.
Awesome. All right. Performing Arts Subcommittee. Take it away.
Do you want to talk, PJ?
Well, I mean, I don't know that we have a whole lot to report right now. We're trying to still solidify some dates for the upcoming legacy roundtables. We've got a few different themes that we're entertaining for the schedule this year. One being authors, another one probably going to be winemakers also. Another one that Marita just brought up today would be some of the art.
History of art in
Some of
Yountville.
the art
Yeah, the
historians
gallery
and the history
owners.
of art in the valley.
Master Festival
And then we thought a
founder.
fun one might even be bartenders of the valley. So those are some of the ones that we're working on. We're still trying to finalize some dates. I think we have one date on
And
the docket.
yeah, that's been
which
the
will be-
challenge, is that the calendar's so full. So
so full. So the first one is scheduled for Thursday, March 28th. And then we are still working to schedule the rest throughout the rest of the year. We have the Christmas trees.
But let me just say one more thing about the legacy. The other thing is that our schedules are all conflicting too. So we're not going to do one in May. Normally we do March and then May, but we're not going to do it because we're both traveling in May. You might be traveling too, huh?
Perhaps.
Yes. So PJ didn't feel comfortable doing it alone, and we totally get that and support that. So it's probably going to be March. We're looking hopefully like June, August, and then October.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know as soon as we get all that done. But again, this has been a crazy time of year for me until the end of the year, so I'm not able to really schedule and get meetings together right now. So
It's really your option if you do 2 a year.
yeah,
If
we
they're
want to do
good.
4. We want to keep up the cadence of it. So
Yeah, if we
But even
can,
so,
that's the goal.
yeah.
So, yes, but we're taking it one step at a time for right now. And then the Christmas trees, we have, I've seen a handful of them added out in the plaza. I don't know. I didn't look today or to know exactly how many are
I
out
think
there.
there's 9
Okay.
today, and then
Oh,
I
okay.
know,
Did I see Storm and Steve back out there again?
yes.
and then there's 2 more I know that are coming, and then Wednesday the voting signs will be there, which is just a QR code.
Okay.
And then each tree will have a number, and the QR code just takes you to a survey where you pick your top one.
Awesome. Thank you for getting
Excellent.
that up. Yeah.
The trees are so cute.
They are cute.
They are cute.
They're
They are
amazing.
So I'm really happy because I know that this was something that really just kind of came together on a bit of a shoestring, but the scarecrow contest and that whole decorating the plaza for fall was such a success that I'm happy that we were able to continue that momentum and get people involved in this as well. So I think next year, should only be bigger and better.
What was really wonderful is very local.
Yeah.
You're really
Right.
bringing the community in on those.
That was the
they're-
idea.
And it's been a success. It's really been.
You know what? We have so many talented people that live right here in town, and I love to see, people feel that they have the opportunity to contribute to something like that.
I love seeing some of the organizations coming together around this. The sheriff's office brought one over today
oh, they did. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Friendly.
with a
Competition.
crime scene tape wrapped around.
Oh, I love it.
For the garland.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I think
That was-
it's
yeah. That was our original goal. Is we really wanted to get businesses involved too.
Yeah.
So I think it'll grow more.
I would agree, and people wouldn't be so upset for losing if they didn't really like it. So, I think it's a margin of success.
True.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Are you going to include other holidays besides fall and Halloween, kind of Christmas? Anything in the spring? Or?
I mean, we haven't thought that far ahead, but potentially that is something that could be done.
Easter. You don't have to necessarily do a competition,
Right.
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 but just something that, I mean, Easter probably being Easter.
It could be kind of fun.
Easter bunnies or eggs or something. We'll have to think about that.
Eggs.
Baskets would be cute.
Things you can't throw, though.
So
Well, I know, I mean, it's not very much money, but I know you can get giant plastic eggs and then, people can paint them or whatever.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we'll think about that.
we'll think
talk
about it.
that.
Yes.
Egg decoration.
TBD.
Yeah.
Yes.
TBD, yeah.
Good work.
So, I
Thank
think that's
you.
it for the time being.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the slow time of year for this
Yeah.
committee, but
Well,
it'll
'cause
ramp up
It
in the
is
spring.
not. You've got work in progress right now
Right.
since October.
Talked about two
We'll be
months.
starting also. I mean, I know it's part of the art sip and stroll, I guess, but booking the music for that, and then I mean, pretty soon in the spring, it'll be time for us to start looking at getting the music for the summer concerts too. So
And one thing we originally talked about when Jeffrey was part of the group was doing a movie night on the weekends. So I really think the band or the DJ is a great idea. I love that. I think that's going to bring everybody out.
That would be good.
very fun.
I hope so.
More to come. We're waiting for budget information for the summer concerts and whatnot, so we know how we can proceed.
Great, thank you.
Great.
Thank you, guys. Mustard celebration, all right. We are posted on the calendar for friendship and also for the hearts, the glass hearts. I have samples of the glass hearts.
And I think I might have said something about Napa Valley Life and Find Your Friend. What I meant was Find Your Heart.
Oh, just a
I apologize. Yes,
Friend. Well, you might find
Find Your Friend.
too.
No, the heart of friendship.
Okay.
Do we get to keep these, Rhonda?
If you want it, Judy, if you want it, you can have it. Oh, I like it.
They're beautiful.
So
The same artist as last
it
year?
is the same, and we had a conversation. Yes, a conversation together about making them look all more consistent and more heart-like this year.
You pick
So,
what color you want.
Are they bigger?
They are. They're a little bigger.
They're gorgeous.
Pretty.
So, and we ordered.
This looks like sea glass.
Yeah, it does kind
Really
of.
cool.
I know, isn't it beautiful?
So we ordered 340 this year, which we'll do Saturday and Sundays in February. And don't let me forget the 3-day weekend. That's in there.
Okay.
Isn't it? Because you got it the last time. When
President's Day?
yeah. That's, Sam, we'll have to figure out the marketing on that. If we just do it Saturday and Sunday and not do it Monday,
Yeah, we're just really saying weekends
Yeah.
in February, so
yeah.
I think that would be fine.
That's the
fine.
19th of February.
Maybe we'll hide some really well on that Sunday, so it'll take people till Monday to find
There you
them.
go. Well, it's what, 70 a weekend,
Well, that's a lot.
and divided by 2. It's many more. I mean, last year I think we had 30 for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
It's sparse. So we ordered more, and those are. I saw them yesterday. They'll definitely be done. She says by the middle of January. If all of you or any of you want to be the scatterers,
Well, of course. I love sneaking out at night.
fun.
okay. 2. Do I hear 3?
so
4. Great. Thank you, Jeffrey.
I think we'll all be doing it, Rhonda.
Do you? Okay.
And
Well,
I, know
didn't-
I think I can freely speak for Cindy
Yes.
that she will be out there too.
Might even have a new disguise this year.
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you all. I think it's 4 weekends in February.
Well, that's great because
So-
what we can actually do is on some weekends, 2 of us
If you want to.
can be scattering.
Yeah, fun, super. Thank you all. Jeffrey, on your literary events, and maybe Noelle and Marita can help you. If you want to be in the Mustard calendar, it goes to a completely different demographic. It's posted, it's 24/7, costs us nothing. It's pretty easy to do it. I thought about for you, you could do a listing, or you could do them individually with the explanations, or you could highlight, certainly the dance one, right? The dates are middle of January, basically, till the end of March 31st.
Okay.
Yeah, we could list the two in there.
Yeah, there's a few that you have.
The two dances.
And you're talking about calendar entries per se, within the Mustard?
Yeah, there's a place where you hit, it goes to all the events up and down the valley. And I hear now and then from people, what's Yountville doing? Well, Yountville is always doing quite a lot, but if we don't tell them, then they don't know. So I think it's a nice opportunity because it does go to a different demographic, really almost entirely. Visit Napa Valley has picked it up now, and they're being very supportive of the event, plus hotels, hospitality industry in general. It's much more, there's much more participation this year.
And Yountville is a premier participant. The Chamber is in there, Rhonda's always in there.
And Photo Finale
Yeah.
is in there.
we can
so-
we can help with that. Staff can help enter stuff too.
That'd be great. Yes, I'd love to.
You can look it up on if you
Yeah,
read-
on their website, there's a button that you push to enter your
and
events.
the code is Mustard,
Oh, there's a code.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
which is not a secret.
And what is it's January, mid-January through the end of March?
Yeah, I have our opening which is January 18th. I said January 17th before, but it's the 18th for the gallery show. And it is, technically, it could be a big, huge celebration opening, the Mustard celebration. We just haven't done it that way. But we do have a really huge gallery opening. And with some of these artists, I think it's going to be very fun. So that will open the Mustard Festival, basically. So we might be the only one there at the latter part of January. And then February starts to get very full. But there is no limit. It doesn't matter how full it is. We make it fuller. And it's separated by cities and towns in the valley. So why not? It's really,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure, Sam, we'll probably be having a Yountville Mustard celebration again this year as we did last year.
The Chamber of Commerce puts that on. I believe
but
so.
I believe that's happening again.
Yeah.
It is. I think it's the 1st of March or
I don't have the exact date.
somewhere in there. February, I wished we could have gotten that into February, but it's close.
Yeah.
Because February with our heart shows and the scattering of the hearts is kind of our month, but it's also a lot of other people's months. And I know last year at Michael's photo finale, people were kind of making the rounds. They were starting at Jessel, who had an event that same day, and then they'd come to photo finale, and then they would go up to Calistoga for something else. And so it does get people out, and it more is better on the calendar, I think so. Okay. All right. Anything else? Any questions on Mustard? Art Sip and Stroll. Well, we have something fun, as if we're not already having fun.
We have even more fun.
We have more fun.
Oh, that's cool.
We started talking to Chris Camerata, who is, you probably have seen him at Art Sip and Stroll.
And if you haven't seen him, it's because there's always so many people in his booth
It's true.
purchasing his art and chatting with him. He's just a dynamic personality in addition to artist, right, Linda?
That's right. He does one show a year. That's ours, because it's so successful for him. And I hope he doesn't mind my saying that he sells about $30,000 worth of art at that show alone. So any other time people want to see his work, it's appointment only. He does personal pieces, custom pieces, and that's it. He's busy throughout the year just on those. So we felt really lucky that he would do something for us. If you look at his website, you might see an example of this kind of work. It's brand new. Normally he does, I say normally, but what I've seen of his work in the past, his pieces are very illustrative. They almost look silk-screened like an Andy Warhol, many of them do. But he paints them, and I wasn't really sure when I contacted him what he might do, and he sent me a couple of earlier pieces in this style. And Noelle and I thought, yeah, yeah. And we looked at some of the pieces, or the two pieces that he had done, and we wanted an element of art in them because they were so wine-oriented. And it's really about the art. And so he wasn't sure, because he's never introduced something like that. He was going to try to work with the paintings that he had. He decided, no, it's not going to work. So he did this piece just for us.
That's awesome.
And I hope you like it. I think it's going to make it really unique.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
It's so unique. I have to say, you really have to look at it, too, to see the paintbrush that's coming out of the
Right,
top,
right.
To see the paint, the tubes
the
of paint.
paint,
I
the
mean, it's
tube.
just, and it's just different. Each year, I know we're so excited because they've been really different artists, different show, different poster. This one's just beautiful.
I
We're so
love it. I
excited
think this
about
one's
it.
over the top. It's
It
awesome.
is amazing.
Fabulous.
Right. Well, thank you for that. I'll pass on the support, and we'll be working with him on all the collateral pieces behind this image, the rack card, the ads, the banners, and he will be in the gallery during Art Sip and Stroll. So he also, Sam, he's also thinking he wants to have a booth.
Right?
Except I think we need to figure out the commission structure for him,
Okay.
because in the gallery it's 20% and outside it's not. So, yeah,
Yeah, we can talk about that.
yeah, it's a little quirky. But his wife will cover the booth, and he'll be in the gallery. And I think he will probably continue with this type of work, which again is different from what he had done in the past. So. I think it's very marketable. I think he's very marketable now, and as Noelle said, he's just a great, fun guy, and he's absolutely thrilled to be a part of this. So
That's
wonderful.
great.
it's great.
That is great.
And this, of course, as everyone knows, this is going to be the face of Art Sip and Stroll this year, which is a
Yeah.
awfully nice face.
Oh, it's very fun.
So do we do banners with this image on them?
The promotional banners that we do, yeah,
And are they up and down Washington Street?
just
Two out front.
yeah. It would make a great image for that, though, wouldn't it?
It would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
On the light post, maybe?
yeah, that's what she's referring to. Yeah.
We don't have the budget for that.
No.
Especially with all the colors, right? There's so many colors in
You can find
this.
money anywhere.
And you know,
Just dreaming over here, Sam.
I know.
Sorry.
The light pole banners are wonderful. They're just costly.
Yeah.
So the ones we have, hopefully we'll get another couple years. Or we could just, next fiscal year ask for more money.
well, that's the other thing. They fade.
Yeah.
Especially the ones on the lamp posts, they fade like in a year. If the colors, especially black,
Yeah.
Oh,
I think probably wouldn't last. But
We got there were so many people last year in attendance, so.
We always need more.
More tickets, right?
Yeah. And we're meeting, what, Sam, not this week, but the following?
Yeah, this Friday
Is it Friday? Okay, good.
at 3:00.
Yep.
To
Yeah, nothing has changed, huh?
We're getting a lot of emails, and just so we're all on the same page, the call for artists will go out in early January, so that'll open for people to enter, and we have that on the web Arts of Stroll website. But if you have people that are like, oh, how do I get the information? If they go to artsofstroll.com, it pops right up, on our mailing list, and then they'll receive all those notifications. So, yeah.
So people are already asking.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, it is good.
Really wonderful.
So
Okay.
is that an Art Sip and Stroll meeting Friday? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Which I think will be
Rhonda,
Noel,
Noel,
myself,
and
Sam,
PJ.
and
Oh,
PJ.
you're not able to make
I'm
it
not
though.
able to be
Yeah,
there. No.
that's okay.
We'll fill you in. And you work with Sam a lot on the music. So
There'll be plenty of time.
there'll be more.
There'll be
There will be
more.
more.
Oh, boy.
I know Sam has some ideas about how we're going to lay it out this year. I think I'm all ears.
Yes, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
To be continued.
Yes.
Okay. Staff informational reports, anything, Sam?
I don't believe I have anything.
What about the Plaza Improvement Project?
Oh, I could give a little update on that. We had our kickoff meeting for that committee last week? I'm like, what is today? Oh yeah, it's Monday. It was a great meeting. We had obviously, thank you PJ and then Judy for stepping in, and two members of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Commission and staff. And then we have a Julianne, who is the designer for the commercial side of RH, attended, and she is just fantastic.
Yeah.
So really down to earth about, what can work and what can't, and just a lot of ideas flowing. So I believe the next step was that Brad is really leading this, and we'll reach out for any kind of other ideas what did they call them? Overnight ideas? Because I kept thinking overnight oats. So overnight ideas, to see if anybody thought of anything else. And then I believe our next meeting will probably be in late January, February, to really look at what potential design elements we could be looking at. So.
And I think one of the biggest things is that there'll be so much more light out there. And that's one of the things that was pretty exciting for everybody.
Yeah, we talked about shade, obviously, and, how to make it a better use, and then more ambient lighting. So, not necessarily what we have now is the, top down for security and things, but how do you make it a more beautiful space even at night? So yeah, lots of good ideas. Yeah, we talked about the use that it currently has, and then the use that we potentially might want to see in the future, and how to adapt to both. So
We could be doing the DJ thing next summer out there.
That's possible.
pop up.
Uh-huh.
We'll see. There's a lot of potential there.
There's going to be a lot of potential, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great meeting.
Yeah.
Super. Thank you. Are there any commissioner comments or reports? The only thing I'd like to say is we did give our report to the council. I hope that they appreciated it. Jeffrey, Cindy, and I were there, and they asked us barely a question.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess that's what they expected or wanted. Or
Yeah, I think the written report, I feel like, was super robust. I actually would like to maybe post that on our website, like a biannual report. I think it's really impressive that, when you look at it in writing like that, what is achieved. And so, I think you have a lot. There's a lot of support for what we're doing from the council.
Sam, I think that's an excellent idea. I think it's important for the community to see all the work that's being done.
Yeah, I think
that's
Not
great.
just what's installed or maybe what's in the community center. I think it's really important for them to know how involved everybody is on the commission and on all the things that are happening.
Yeah.
And I think it was a fabulous document.
And the diversity of projects. I think that-
Absolutely. I mean, clearly,
Yes.
the Arts Commission has evolved
Absolutely.
and has just become so robust, and it's really wonderful. And I know we're all so proud of the work that's being done, so I'm all for sharing.
And
it.
it's really not common.
Right,
I mean,
Jeffrey?
sorry. I was just going to say, you look at, much larger cities and they may have a public art steering committee or something like that, but it's really not to the diversity, like you said, of programming and then other, not just sculpture that what's being provided. So,
Well, the beauty of a town like Yountville is you can see what you're doing, and the community can see what
Right.
you're doing, and you can matter.
Yeah.
What you put forth, you can matter and make a difference, and that's really special here.
Yeah. Well, I think it would be nice to have it posted, just from the standpoint of people in the community, saying, I'd like to be on the Arts Commission, but then they rarely know
What we do.
what we do. And some are surprised once they get here at how much we do. So it would be nice to get more people involved, get some recruiting going on there too, if it's possible, Sam.
yes,
Well, I always tell people you don't need to be on the commission to help us.
absolutely.
So please
Absolutely
help us.
right.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely right.
I think that's on our list of things to do after our retreat. Is more volunteers and
Yeah.
members.
All right. Is there anything else, commissioners?
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Happy
everything.
holidays.
Happy everything,
I can't believe
everybody.
it's December. It's like, what's happened?
I know.
I would like to take a minute to say thank you very much to Eddie Gomez, who's been a real great help to us on many levels here and with me before. And he's moving on to another location.
Oh, we haven't really
recall
done a
getting
public
getting
announcement of
permission.
that.
Yeah, we didn't vote on that motion.
Didn't vote on that at all.
It's up to the discretion of my supervisor to provide that information. But I want to say thank you to the Arts Commission. It's been a pleasure. My fondest memory is my first task here was to help Sam with the Arts Commission when I had no knowledge of government, very little idea of how everything worked. So, and I can't ever forget my first meeting, which I forgot to attend. So I had to feel bad about that. Like, Eddie, you have to attend the Arts Commission meeting. So I was like, oh, I didn't know. Okay, I will. But it's been a pleasure being part of the growth of the Arts Commission because I've seen it grow so much throughout these. It's been almost 6 years. So, but I'm happy to announce I'm going to be closer to home. So that's super
good
important
for
for me.
you.
So
Better for your family
What are
life.
you doing?
I'm going to be working with the Vallejo Flood and Wastewater District. I'm going to be their management analyst / clerk to the board. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm very
as
excited.
selfishly sad as we all are, we just can't wait to see
Exactly.
what you do as you move forward.
Yeah.
Arts Commission will always have a special heart for me because I've been part for a long
As
time.
will you in our hearts.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. You're always
Thank you.
welcome back, too.
I was thinking about that. I might come to the Art Sip and Stroll. That looks
was gonna say,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll bring my daughter too, so just a little bit bigger. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate it, and thank you, Marita.
Well, we certainly wish you all the best.
Yes, we do. Sam, you must be a tough taskmaster because everybody's deserting you.
I know. Nobody likes me. No. I forgot to share, though, but we have someone who returned to us. So part-time, Danielle Matucci is doing some behind-the-scenes marketing work for arts. So if you've noticed the uptick in our social media and such, it's due to her coming back on part-time. So like I said, like we can support with the calendars, and I have some more flexibility in that right now. But the department itself is still down staffing-wise, but we do have some more part-time marketing support.
The other perspective may be that she's such a good trainer that they all take other jobs
No.
as they develop.
That's most accurate, I'm sure. Absolutely accurate. Is Jennifer coming back, or will she be back?
I hope. I am not sure right now. Yeah, I don't have any answer to that. Yeah.
Well, she's missed if you talk to her.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure she is.
All right. Is there a move to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
I second it.
All right. All in favor? Aye. Motion pass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all.
It's nice to see everybody.
Oh, my goodness.